Lloris. Mbappe. Spain complain. They feel that Kylian Mbappe, Kimpembe with the clearance, and France have done it. The world champions now have their hands on the UEFA Nations League trophy. If the first half...
21, France.
Into the danger area, Pontus Jansson who got his head to it and again. And so importantly getting a foot to it. Spectacular attempt, speculative attempt. Self-available in that Sweden midfield. That's a better ball forward and a real chance here. Lloris is quickly off his line to make the initial save. Forsberg to try and return it. An attempt to pick out Grayson in the middle. That's how the defenders back by then. They certainly needed the contribution through Kylian Mbappe. Still managed to trick his way through and somehow from there squeeze it in. Well, Sweden failed to stop him, and Kylian Mbappe comes up with the moment of magic to separate the sides in the final 5 minutes of this first half. Goal number 14 in his country's colours.
There is a tiny stroke of luck within this movement from Kylian Mbappe, but take nothing away. This is
he's on the bench tonight. It's France coming forward, trying to pick their way through. Flag is up. And Dubois cut it back. One from Griezmann, never going to count. Everybody back for Sweden here, may well be required as it's aimed in towards Giroud. Wasn't far away at all to this national team. Larson, he's going to have a go. Chris absence, he is the most experienced source of options in white. Turn for Griezmann. Taking on Bengtsson, who couldn't prevent the cross from coming in. I think it was a cross, it almost dropped in. Straight at Lloris, but packed plenty of power. Goalkeeper had to deal with it.
effective from France.
There's Berg having a go. It was blocked. Just took that. Could break for Martial. This to settle it with a second, surely. But saved by Robin Olsen. The referee, though, has pulled it back and he's given the penalty. D-kick which Antoine Griezmann stands over. Griezmann goes for power and blazes over. And would you believe it, it is the last kick. The shake of the head. Rubin Kazan defender. They have options in attack here. A little overhit maybe for Rebic. Lloris had decided to come. Had committed himself. Centre backs forward. Plenty of height on it from Brozovic. Sissoko who got his head to it. Lovren to bring it down on to fire the opening goal. Dejan Lovren for Croatia. The centre-back opening the scoring here. Took it emphatically. France didn't really react to the corner. Dejan Lovren has capitalised in some style.
Quite simply a fantastic piece of foot.
Rather fortunately for Martial, Griezmann in support of the goalkeeper.
Pass by Martial into Griezmann.
Conte slipping it through, it will break back for Martial. Griezmann to force in the equaliser for the French, and they're back on terms before half-time. They've been below their best so far, have Blabeur, but they are level, and Antoine Griezmann has his goal. He missed from the spot at the weekend, he wasn't going to miss that one.
But just as we discussed how disjointed at times the defence has been, going forward.
And Yedda in towards Martial, it will reach him, and he squeezes it in. Would you believe it? What a dramatic turnaround just before half-time. Two in a matter of moments for the French. And Anthony Martial on his return to the starting lineup tonight. And when they were 3-0 down at the time against Portugal, he's an option for later maybe. Instead it's Brekalo's the furthest forward on the end of this, and still with Brekalo. Oh, and they couldn't stop him! All his own work, and he's forced his way through the French defence and just got too much on the finish as well for Hugo Lloris. Josep Brekalo on at half-time scores his first international goal, and we're all square again.
It's very much a victory for not giving up, isn't it? The Snasson pose a real threat.
Here comes that corner, and it's there to be attacked. Oh, he couldn't keep it out, the goalkeeper, and it's Upamecano to restore the French lead. towering header from the centre-back, and the world champions are ahead once more. Made this time by Griezmann, and Deo Upamecano winning just his second cap for his country, scores for his country. Giroud and Martial, Griezmann to Anthony Martial, big save Livakovic. Unlike at the end of the first half. Sissoko to Giroud, steps over it, Martial with a touch, Griezmann trying to find and the referee's given the penalty. Wins from 2 at the start of the section in the Nations League. It is Olivier Giroud, it's a beautifully taken penalty, and it is 4-2 France, which sounds familiar, just as it was in that World Cup final a couple of years ago. Giroud converting, so there goes the full-time whistle, and France have beaten Croatia by 4-2, just as they did in Moscow.
Back again. From Rabiot, Pogba rises, it's there for Mbappe. Portugal were waiting for a flag, which eventually came.
Yeah, it did for Mbappe, but Pogba's unlucky there because he rises and he's trying to shake that header in at the far post.
Semedo. Now Ronaldo. He was very much pulling the trigger. And the block was crucial by Luka Hernandez. He feels he can go on for years yet. Semedo. Just asked the question of Lloris at his near post, and the French goalkeeper was there, and Pogba saw the run of Griezmann, who's got no one with him, so had to go for goal. Rui Patricio had to have strong hands to keep that one at bay. It's whipped over towards Ronaldo, who wanted it left. He was screaming for it, and João Felix took it away.
It's a great ball.
Both sides looking to end the half with a flourish. I dropped to Giroud. Didn't quite get hold of it the way he wanted to. It suddenly popped up for him. For Portugal, really, they had a reputation of coming close and not following through. And Cristiano Ronaldo there with the freedom of the penalty area, really, but not quite the right angle on the shot.
Not quite a great ball in. That's centre forward, so to speak, position.
Pogba with venom, but straight at Rui Patricio.
Yeah, it's a good strike.
Created some room for himself and for Ronaldo, who hits it! And unsurprisingly comes very close indeed to breaking the deadlock.
A better chance of going in.
Well played Hugo Lloris at the end. Well played to both sides. Ironic really that with so much attack.
That World Cup final defeat against the French. Here goes Mendy. Cleared only as far as Griezmann! Oh! Wonderful finish for the French! And they're in front already. Emphatic from Antoine Griezmann, both in the nature of how he took the goal and his response maybe to some of the criticism that had been coming his way since the weekend.
What a strike. It's great work by Mendy.
Wing-back role. There's Mbappe, dangerous ball. Oh, Martial is able to reach it, cuts it back on. Mbappe has missed it by a whisker. Must have thought that was about to be Perisic to take on Ferland Mendy. And deliver low, in awkwardly. They couldn't quite force it in. Pasalic was trying to profit and very nearly managed it. That's as close as Croatia have come. Be a key moment in the contest, so close to the break. In it goes towards Longley. Rose well to meet it, but his header just missing that far post. Intended targets. Vladimir having offered himself, of course, as an option now. This is Brekalo, also stepping off the bench. Oh, and it's into the corner from Vlasic. Wonderful finish. And the equalising goal that Croatia have been threatening. Well, we've seen 2 special strikes tonight, and that one levels it up. The goal scorer at the weekend as well, and now another one to remember against the world champions for Nikola Vlasic. 1-1. Kadeen to return it. Touch from Varane. There's a miskick by Lovren, falls at the feet of Pogba. That's saved. It came at Varane quickly. He wasn't quite able to react. Livakovic with an important intervention. It will be the 5th and final Croatian change very shortly as France look long for Kadeen. Really good ball into the box for Mbappe to touch it in and restore the French lead. Having been under pressure at one end, the world champions have their lead back at the other. And just as it was in the World Cup final against Croatia, Kylian Mbappe is on the score sheet for Brekalo. Trying to tee one up, it's Lloris who's able to react and hold on. An awkward moment for the French skipper, certainly. Suka, scorer for Croatia, now president of their federation. But here they come again! And again, Lloris is in the way. There wasn't quite enough conviction in the finish from Kramaric, but the chances keep coming at the conclusion. And that will be that. And it's a familiar story for Croatia, who have given the French a significant test in Zagreb tonight. But
their opponents are dropping off into their own half and they're not stepping up too high, they're not pressing. So space in behind is what both teams, when they go forward, want to
Here's Ronaldo! It's a test already for Lloris.
Well, Ronaldo was always going to shoot, but again, it's fairly comfortable for Lloris. I'm not saying he should.
Come on! Forces the save out of Rui Patricio. Opportunities now at either end. Ronaldo set. Ronaldo again. Lloris untroubled. Portugal weren't expecting that. On by Varane. Rabiot! And off the crossbar from Martial. Real let-off for Portugal. It's a cleverly worked free kick. Lucas Hernandez. Martial! Saved again by Rui Patricio, who has been hurt in the process.
It's brilliant goalkeeping, brave goalkeeping, but
Ronaldo! Another big chance.
maybe he sees the ball slightly late, but you can tell with his disappointment that he feels he should be scoring.
Griezmann. Rabiot. It's another fine stop. But it's N'Golo Kanté who is following up, and France take the lead.
Just something I mentioned there about Pogba sitting a bit deeper. N'Golo Kanté being encouraged to get forward, and this is why. So Didier Deschamps getting his tactics absolutely right.
Portugal want to retain their crown. Ronaldo. Moutinho. It's a brilliant save by Lloris.
Vitally important, he makes a flying save. It is a good strike, plenty of power, heading for that top corner. Great reef.
Guerrero. Cristiano Ronaldo couldn't quite get there. It's really brave defending. Kimpembe flying at that to get it away from the Portugal captain.
Well, that's exactly what you have to do as a centre-half. Don't worry about the ball, worry.
Portugal have lost their grip on the UEFA Nations League title, but the holders effectively are out. There's one more match day
against Croatia. Bounce here, Lustig is forward from fullback, looking for Kulusevski, only partially cleared towards Klaassen, trying to pick his way through, and it's in! It's Victor Klaassen, and it's a stunning start for Sweden. The one player brought back into the team tonight is the one on the score sheet. Hugo Lloris left wrong-footed by that. And inside the first 5 minutes, Sweden in front at the home of the world champions.
Swedish door.
Sissoko with the cross and a free header for Giroud in the middle. Robin Olsen with the save. Here's Marcus Thuram. Pulls it back for Giroud, and he finds the target this time. Well worked goal. It seemed fairly straightforward against the Swedes there. The equaliser for Giroud. Number 43 now in his country's colours. The early pressure that had been building after conceding the opening goal is rewarded. Fine footwork, couldn't quite find the finish, but it does break for Benjamin Pavard. And France have turned it around in the first half here. It's the fullback who scored it. Only his second goal for the French. Marcus Thuram played a big part in the build-up as well. And will claim much of the credit here. But France claim the lead, and Sweden, as it stands, switching it up this time. For Kylian Mbappe, dangerously, really well-worked goal. Olivier Giroud once more is on the end of it. And after the earlier ones that got away, relief in the celebration. He has scored his second goal of the game. France are 3-1 up now. It could be a big blow for Sweden in their battle to stay at this level, certainly. Giroud all smiles after that. For Pogba. Giroud chests it down, Griezmann. Snatched at it somewhat, but felt it was there to be. It's all the way through for Kulusevski. Clip it back in dangerously, they blocked it well and touched it on the line by Robin Quaison. Sweden have one back. 3-2. And if they do bow out of Liga A tonight, then they're not doing so quietly. And Kulusevski with the responsibility of delivering the free kick, and he's squandered it somewhat. It's a poor delivery, and it's an open goal here, gaping for Kingsley Coman. Other options as well, but he kept his composure. He rolls it in. France wrap it up with possibly the last kick of the contest. 4-2, Kingsley Coman. Sweden desperately trying to salvage their status at the elite level. Instead, are relegated in heartbreaking fashion for them here.
Lukaku. The ball across, so they made a mess of that, France! And what a save by Lloris to deny De Bruyne. That's some stop from France's captain.
It's a crucial, it's brilliant play, brilliant attacking play.
Carrasco. He comes on his right foot, he does, and it's in! He finds the net! Yannick Carrasco breaks the deadlock in this heavyweight duel. Lloris deceived. And the #1 ranked side in the world have their opener.
Well, there was that.
De Bruyne. Lukaku. Lovely play from Lukaku. Wonderful goal. Emphatic finish. Romelu Lukaku. Lethal. And Belgium take charge of this contest.
It's a sensational piece of attacking.
It's Mbappe again, really involved in this game, stepping away from Tielemans. Mbappe to Benzema, works the angle, works the finish. Game on. Karim Benzema. And Mbappe helping in the build-up. The fearsome forwards combining, and France back in business.
That's an example of what I was just talking.
Tielemans losing it. Mbappe looking to punish. And then a challenge on Griezmann from Tielemans for the penalty spot. And the chance to equalise for France. Mbappe! No problem with that one. And from 2-0 down, France are level in what is shaping up to be some semi-final.
Well, Mbappe has faced some criticism about not really doing enough with it.
Is away from Pavard. Lukaku's in the middle. Lukaku! And the French defence couldn't keep Lukaku out, but the offside flag does prevent him.
He's absolutely right as well. He's just slightly ahead of.
It's Pogba! Oh, so close. So close from Paul Pogba.
This is such a long way out to try and get the power.
Playing it in, that's not the best clearance in the world. Teo Hernandez! Oh! France in the 90th minute. Teo Hernandez with his first goal for his country. And in some fashion, and in some moment, a truly fantastic turnaround from France. The world champions.
Spain and France locking horns again in the UEFA Nations League final. Anthony Taylor, our referee, checks his watch. It's Spain in the red shirts who get us underway in the San Siro. On by Pogba. And here's Benzema. Couldn't work the ball through towards Mbappe. The flag stayed down on the far side. Not in the European Championship of the Olympics as well. Now a first opportunity for Spain. And it was Oyarzabal who tried to work in Sarabia.
Yeah, it's a total miss kick, isn't it, really?
Ferran Torres is caught by Tchouaméni. Alonso's gone for goal. Here's Gavi. But I'm not prepared to take any chances with
tactical tweaks, and so I would expect that both coaches will have made some here.
The card has been produced for Paul Pogba. Late on Busquets. Pogba showing his irritation, not so much with Rodri, but with the players around him.
No, that's that.
Koundé caught in possession. Sarabia. Here's Pavard. Looking again for Mbappe. And Marcos Alonso with him. Sarabia again. This time it's Koundé's challenge, which is going to produce a yellow card. Marcos Alonso. It's a beautiful ball by Marcos Alonso. Gavi goes down. Upamecano emerges with the ball. Now Benzema. Oh, off the underside of the crossbar and out from Theo Hernandez. He scored a blistering goal to win it for France against Belgium.
Started on the edge of their own penalty area. The pass to set Pogba away.
They have the ball. Who puts Spain in front? France so close at the other end, but it's Spain who have made the breakthrough. Frustration and disappointment all around for Didier Deschamps' team. They thought they were going in front. Instead, they trail 1-0 against Spain. Benzema. Oh, that's magnificent! What a goal by Karim Benzema! Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! Well, what a passage of play we've just had. 2-1 against Belgium after he'd scored in Turin. And they're looking for a second. And they should have had a second. Mbappe looking across to the assistant on the near side. Now France to be the team of the turnaround. Pogba up!
Out there on the pitch.
Oh, it's come right the way through to Benzema. And again, Mbappe couldn't take the chance. Another error. Rodri. Hernandez. Mbappe. Spain complain. They feel that Kylian Mbappe was in an offside position. They look accusingly across at the assistant on the near side, but the flag has stayed down and France celebrate going in front. Behind, but ahead, just as they were against Belgium. They are having a good look at this, as you might expect.
Well,
neatly done by Dubois, who still goes on and then goes down right on the edge of the penalty area. And they favour the left foot of Antoine Griezmann, who's gone for it. Now Spain going to produce the late show. Marcos Alonso. Now an impossible angle for it. He's being leaned on by Dubois. Alonso again. What a save that was by Lloris. Well, that was the moment for Spain. Benzema. Griezmann alongside. Mbappe. And he nearly won the header. Wonderful save again by Lloris. Well, twice in the closing stages. Simon up again. And Yeremy this time couldn't get a touch on it. Kimpembe with the clearance. And France have done it. The world champions now have their hands on the UEFA Nations League trophy. If the first half in Milan was disappointing, are the UEFA Nations League winners.
The winners of the UEFA Nations League 2021, France.